I'm back, but is she back?
No.
You have to go way more monotone than that. No.
I really enjoyed Brian's episode. I think he should be a regular feature.
I do like talking to Brian.
You guys had a bit of fire between you, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but do you know what I've noticed recently? And he did it. I haven't told him this, but he did it the other day as well. He has been around weddings so much now I think he thinks he's a wedding supplier.
He is.
The other day, he dabbles in the bars, but the other day we did a wedding together, and we were doing a walk around the day before and pointing out things, and he literally was like, yeah, no, I think that's a good idea, and I was like, half of me is like, shut the fuck up, who do you think you are? But the second part of me was like,
I bet you're
he knows.
Well, sexy.
Did you even notice you did that? You were literally like, yeah, no, because actually then the guests would go down for confetti, and I'm like,
where's your mic, Brian?
You not got a mic? Guys, we're still in the house. We live here now.
I'm enjoying it.
It's nice, isn't it? I haven't showed you upstairs yet. I'll show you upstairs. It's not as exciting.
You want to take me upstairs?
I will take you upstairs. I'll let Brian take you upstairs. But until we're just making some plans. We're making some moves. So we were like, fuck it, we'll just film here. Until, I want to build a podcast studio in the garden. Anyway, should we go into the episode? We've got a lot to talk about.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
The Unfiltered Bride podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
Hello.
Hello.
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? I know some things we do need to talk about.
Okay.
First of all, we haven't told everyone about the Manchester tour.
I loved Manchester.
Manchester was fun.
I think Manchester was my favourite. And it
Was
was my
it?
favourite last year as well.
It's really hard for me to pick a favourite.
Manchester's just my
different.
bag. Like, if you could sum up one of the... I suppose Clean Girls was my... But, like, music-wise...
Sorry? Yeah, you... See, the problem is they're all more you because I don't go out. Do you know what I mean? Like the last time I went out was the tour before.
To be fair, I've been out a lot recently.
Have you? Why?
Living my best life.
Are you? That's good. Why?
You got something you want to ask me, Georgie?
I feel like we can't just... this isn't an ease-in kind of thing. This is... For people that have been listening to podcasts for the last 2 years... I want to talk about it a lot, though. Okay, should we just talk about it? I've got a lot of stuff to ask.
How much do you want?
And the problem is we've had a pre-meeting before the podcast. It's start of a new year and like financial year and business year and stuff like that. So we were like having plans and making moves and whatever. But I forget that people have been listening to it for this for a long time. Mm-hmm. We've been planning your fake wedding for a long time.
Which will still happen, hopefully one day. But maybe not with
that guy.
Not with that guy. The man who shall not be named.
He who shall not be named is gone.
Is gone. I know. Pick up your drawers, girls and boys. Pick up your drawers.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Was it a mutual? Was it a... I feel like mutual is quite a good word of it, actually, because nothing's... when people hear that people are split up, they're immediately like, somebody's cheated, somebody's done this.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
I had
blah.
an affair with Brian, and it all came out, and
Not
obviously
again.
we split up. No, it was... How do I say this? Yeah, things weren't right, and I questioned that.
Okay. And he didn't disagree.
Yeah.
And mutually, amicably maybe is the right word.
Yeah.
There was no like kick off and
No.
thingy.
No kick off. We share the dog. Cooper is very much part of our lives still. I've moved out.
Yeah.
Lost my dream home. I'm fine. I'm not fine. But no, I decided.
But also dream home is a very different thing when the person is not the dream person. So it wasn't, in hindsight, it wasn't a dream home because you'd rather live in a cardboard box with someone you love than a really nice house with someone that you're not happy with.
I'm not sure I'd go too far as a cardboard box, but
cardboard box with who's your celebrity crush?
Tom Hardy. Yeah, I'm
cardboard
there.
box with Tom Hardy. I think Brian would take a cardboard box with Tom
as
Hardy.
long as it's not raining, then we're good. No, yeah. So that's a huge life update.
Can we talk about, was the proposal a playing factor of it? Because I feel like that is something that people question. Like, why are we not engaged? Why are we not doing the next things?
It got to a point that I was like, if you proposed now, I don't want it. Kind of
because
thing.
You've been asked, because you
not even because I was like it. You got mentioned obviously quite a lot,
and also people always like. I remember being made to feel bad for asking about it. Why am I feeling bad for asking? I want to know what's happening with my life. Like, sorry for inconveniencing you.
The conversation stemmed from the point that I was obviously not happy, and I just kind of said, "Am I your forever person? And if not, that's okay. I just need to know."
Yeah, stop wasting each other's time.
Yeah. And I said, it's getting to the point now, if you did propose, I feel like I'd resent it. Because
the problem is, it feels like it would be an ultimatum. If you're not proposing, then what's happening? If he then was like, oh, okay, will you marry me? In 5 years, you'd be like, you only ever asked me because I asked you.
And he was never bothered about getting married. It was, I'd get married for you. And it felt like it was just not right. So that's how I kind of challenged the conversation. And it kind of went from there. And I was around, like, I'm around people that are getting divorced after less than a year of being married. I'm around people that have been in marriages for 12 years and they're not happy. And it's like, there's a lot around you. And I just think...
Can I just clarify? You said, no, don't worry, carry on.
You know if you're with the right person or not. Deep down.
This is my problem.
I can sit there and say to you...
Deep down.
Deep, like anybody listening now, like there'll probably be people listening who are engaged and the wedding planning process doesn't feel right.
Well, my friend was engaged and I should have spotted it because she was just not interested in the wedding, but she wasn't interested.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to like speak to your Hindu people. What do you want to do? Give me the list. But didn't give me the list, taking for ages. And I'm like, mate, I've got stuff. I like selfishly, I need to sort stuff out if you want things. And I think it was only that bit where she was suddenly like, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah. And I think there are like a lot of people out there who it's harder to leave than stay.
It's brave to leave.
Yeah.
It's
easy. Are you saying I'm brave?
You're brave. You are brave. Of course you're brave. To change anything in somebody's life is brave.
Yeah. It's a full 360, but we are taking applications. So
for boyfriends.
For husbands, we're looking for a man, Georgie.
I'm selfishly so excited because I haven't been single for the years. I haven't got to live that, like, who you talking to, who we chatted, like, I've never played on Hint. Are you on any dating apps?
No, too soon.
Okay.
Not
too soon to get applications for a boyfriend, though.
Wow. Guys, so what are we looking for? Are there any best men? Or are there any groomsmen? Because, if this goes well, you instantly get me at your wedding for free. Like, that is invaluable.
Yeah, but you're the girl that... the best man's now got a new girlfriend. He wants to fucking bring her to the wedding. That's you. You're the problem now.
But you'd all let me, right?
Yeah. No,
imagine if I end up at someone who listens wedding because you've set me up with.
But to be fair, either way that should be happening because whatever boyfriend you get now should tell his mates about this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Flex.
Anyone that's getting married, 100%.
Flex.
Yeah.
What would you like to put in the application? What
information do we need?
No, but what are you saying that they need to be?
Oh, okay.
What do you think my type is?
What is your type? The problem is, it's a bit deep for the podcast. I don't think you need a boyfriend yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you know yourself yet.
Okay.
I don't think you found yourself.
You're not helping with the applications.
I don't want the applications yet.
Oh, Georgie.
Because
to be fair, I have got a very good hot girl summer planned.
This is what I mean. Like, I feel like women find themselves as they get a bit older. Like, you don't find yourself at 20. I did not know who I was when I met Brian. My finding myself bit was during our relationship, and I changed as a person. Like, you're in this change bit.
Yeah, to be fair, I've been in a relationship for 5 years. I had my house. I had my life. I knew what my future was going to look like.
This was just the path. That was it.
Yeah. So now it's like, what is the life?
Like, what are you? But like, who are you? Who are you?
Who am I? Like alone? Do you know what I mean? I've always been a partner.
And I don't think anybody will ever be happy in a relationship until they're happy alone, happy with themselves as a person. So I actually would like to withhold applications. Let Beth figure Beth out.
Yep.
Let Beth do Beth. You can go and be fun and wild and whatever you want to be.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know what single girls do these days. I would like you to be safe.
Don't disrespect the podcast. Remember, you're representing me as well.
I did say to her the other day when she was joking about her life, and I was like, I would just like to remind you that we do have a business together. So if you could refrain from being like a total slut and being pictured like I am. I tell you what, my non-negotiable, like not non-negotiables. You cannot speak to someone that's married.
Okay.
Like are you speaking to someone that's married? In fact, Brian, write these down as part of the contract. If you speak to someone that's married or if you do anything like that, podcast is done and I get it all.
Yeah.
What else would I not like? I think that's the only real one, isn't it?
Keep them coming.
What else would I not
I'm intrigued
like
to see what means you take
what
it all.
I end podcast. Well, ask me some. Ask me some things and I'll tell you if I don't.
I don't know.
Like if you're photographed topless, whatever, just make sure you put Unfiltered Bride at the bottom so it gets some advertising on it.
You lucky devils.
No, I think that would be my only thing. An affair with somebody married to me is I'm not about that life. No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thanks.
Good to know.
Especially my husband, that would be a problem.
Well, you know. It's even worse now. I'm single.
I know.
No, so yeah. Okay. No applications for now then.
No applications for now. Enjoy your summer.
If you do want to send them across though, and I can be someone's plus, if you've got someone that needs a +1, I can do that. I can go for the food, I can go for the drink, and I can be a good vibe.
But you've also got
I'd be a great guest.
We're not adding you to people's weddings that are already stressed about how many people are coming.
But I'd be a great guest.
You're like, that's like £100 for them.
But I'm at that wedding.
Would you be a good guest?
That's in the wedding budget.
If you are a good guest.
Are you joking?
No, I'm actually trying to figure it out.
I will do whatever you tell me to do. I will eat what you tell me to eat, and I will drink what you tell me to drink.
You'd eat.
And I'll stay to the end. And
would you stay to the end?
Stay
if
to
you
the end
didn't know
of yours?
anybody?
Yeah.
You fucking know me. I hope you'd stay to the end of mine.
I had to do the striptease in the circle.
Yeah. You would be judging the wedding though. You can't say you wouldn't be. Of course you would. Every wedding supplier, and I don't mean judge good or bad. I just mean you would sit there thinking, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Food service, like we understand weddings. We're therefore looking at weddings.
Okay.
You would. What else did good or bad guest do? You wouldn't wear white. We know that. That would be my other thing. If you ever go to a wedding wearing white, you're out of the podcast as well, and I get it.
Okay, deal.
No, you'd be a good guest, but I'd rather them put the £100 to probably a family member than the girl who's shacked up with their mate.
Nah, you want me to go to some weddings and have
I wish you were single at the tour though. That would have been more fun.
Why? There was married men there.
Oh yeah, that
Who
would have been no help.
am I cracking on with?
The band?
No.
Not you? Not Manchester, no.
Why are you being cryptic? Like there's nothing happened there. So you looked at the camera there, smirked.
Nothing happened at the tour.
Yeah, it didn't. It did not. Shut up.
I swear on my life. Well, I actually don't know.
No, nothing happened.
Nothing happened at the tour.
You're an idiot.
Should we talk about Manchester anyway?
Yeah, and the fact that I didn't get with anyone at Manchester.
Not at Manchester. No, I'm joking. I actually swear.
So no, before I end that.
Okay, well, I feel like this is going to be a hot topic. We also decided earlier that we definitely need to talk more about our lives and life and everything, and being a business owner and a single gal and all this shit.
Guys, you can hear about all my dates. Like,
I would like to hear about dates.
How exciting is
this?
You
don't realise that. I hope I'm not being mean when I say things like this. You're not. Are you sensitive? Can we talk? Like, everybody listening is probably engaged.
Yeah.
So we all want to hear your stories. We're all like on fucking tender hooks, waiting to hear about. Guys, what dating is like these days. I will tell you
my best date experience, my worst date experience. I will tell you all.
You've been on any dates yet?
No. Why? Whatever I say, you're like, no.
The other reason you get out of the podcast is if you lie.
Okay.
This is called the Unfiltered Bride. I figured it out. You're the unfiltered bit. I'm the bride bit.
Perfect. Great.
Brian can be the sensible bit.
No, what was I saying? I was saying basically, if anyone is listening and they are relating that they feel like they're not in the right relationship or something's not right, you have to open those lines of communication. And I promise you, it will get better. But I've done a 360 on my life. Like, people on the outside would be like, what? Like, why has she done that? Go on.
It's 180.
360.
360 means you're back where you started.
Oh, fuck.
I was going to let it slide, I couldn't.
That is not going in any of my bios that I'm smart, because we all know we're not. So there we go.
180, you've turned around and you're going a fucking different direction.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Exciting.
Or you can have a 350 where you've gone all the way around, but not quite. We're not going back there.
Okay.
We're better than that.
All right.
We were better than that life that you'd put yourself in. Can I tell you my... No, but... sorry.
She's the unfiltered and I'm still not the bride.
My problem is you're a good example of I'm nearly 30 and therefore I should be getting married and having a child. Whether it felt right or not, that's just the next step. And you didn't actually stop to be like, do I want
felt
that?
like the turning 30 bit made me open up those conversations to
Yeah.
be like, I'm turning
happening.
30. It's not like we're 25 and we can continue for another
messing
year
around.
and it just try and make it work. It's like, I'll be 40 by the time I know it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is honestly why I do think weddings heighten stuff as well. You forget that people coming to your wedding are looking at it going, this isn't me. Should this be me? Should I have done this? Should I I don't know. We'll go into this on more episodes in the future, but like how you're feeling throughout the process. Like when you go to a wedding, are you going to be there thinking, fuck these people? Or will you be thinking, oh, I want that one day? Like, I guess it goes in waves.
Yeah. But I also feel like if you feel yourself checking out, like us women check out a lot earlier, don't we? So like, I don't think it was as much a shock to you. Was it?
No.
So when you say I'm not ready,
you can't
and things
tell
like,
people.
Yeah.
Like it's very easy. I think how I can look at it is we're in the bit. I'm older than you. I'm in the bit that you wanted to be in, but I'm looking at you going, but you're not in. But you're not. You don't want this.
Yeah.
You don't want this in the situation that you're in. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to look at someone being like that, and you have to just wait. There's no point in me going to you 4 years ago and going, are you sure?
Is that what you thought?
When you buy a house, really? Okay, cool. Like, it's just not for other people to...
So you're the problem because you didn't tell me.
Did I not tell you? Anyway.
Basically, you'll be fine, ladies and gents, if you decide to leave and walk away.
Or, let me just chill out a little bit before you'll cancel your wedding. Postpone.
Yeah, postponement.
Like, there is no...
If it doesn't feel right, like I'm literally with someone all the time who got married less than I went, what? And she was like, I should never have married him. I was like, what?
I didn't think that.
Oh, I didn't think that.
But I didn't know them.
But like, do you know what I mean? If it doesn't feel right, it's going to cost you a lot of money. You never, do you know what I mean? You don't know,
The problem is as well, wedding planning is really fun.
Yeah.
And also really shit. So you work through it and you're having arguments. It's the same as when I said about us moving house. It's fucking stressful. And I'm like, do I hate you or do I hate moving house? Oh, I hate moving house. Right. But
Are you sure?
No, we're actually made friends. We had a big argument when we moved in and now we're good again.
Oh, that's great.
It was over a screwdriver. It was fine.
Screwdriver.
Literally, it was over a screwdriver. Go and listen to Brian's podcast if you'd like that story. But what was I even saying? Yeah. You don't know which bit you're annoyed at, but you also really want to do wedding planning. You really want to get married, so you get to do all this bit, and then afterwards you're like, oh, okay. Maybe I just wanted to plan the thing, not do the thing. I wanted the wedding, not the marriage. Is that the title of the episode? That is the title.
Write that down right now.
Brian, make a mental note. I wanted the
wedding. He puts us on 2-speed. He doesn't listen to us.
I'll tell him. I want the wedding, not the marriage. Oh.
Anyway, back to my favourite night of the tour where I said I wasn't going to drink and I was absolutely freaking wasted.
Did I drink?
Yeah, I was pouring Prosecco in your mouth as well, honey.
Yeah, I don't think I drank that much at any of them.
Why is this our thing? Like, we look so tacky. We're constantly pouring Prosecco down each other's throats.
Your problem is your problem. You are the problem. And I appreciate now that at the tour it was maybe a bit of a blowout for what was to come.
I mean, if any of you saw me singing Riding Solo and you didn't guess, then you're stupid.
More fool you. But Beth wants to pour Prosecco into people's mouths. Beth, you're fucking wasted. I'm not wasted like I've had one Prosecco. So I can pour Prosecco in someone's mouth. You are half a millimetre away from smashing my teeth out. And you're like, let me pour it. Deep dip me. I'll deep dip you. And I'm like, just
leave me alone.
Like, I love you, but you are going to ruin my face. And I'm not into that.
That's the whole
like
plan.
You were pouring it into Pat's mouth at one point as well. And I was like, I'll do that. Like, go away.
Yeah, but I don't start the pouring.
Who do you think starts the pouring?
I think it's Georgia.
You are a drunk gaslighter is what I've decided. When you get drunk,
Georgia passes me a bottle of Prosecco.
That means
That's
you
the problem.
drink it.
Yeah, but why are you passing me a bottle, not a glass? Probably because I drink them too fast.
You drink too quick.
Sick of me trying to get them.
It was the same as when you were like, I didn't order, where was it, Birmingham? I haven't ordered any drinks. And I'm like, you're drunk gaslighting, Beth. I haven't ordered any. We look at the thing after, tequila rose, tequila. I'm like, Beth, that's you.
I was also very drunk in Birmingham.
And London.
I wasn't as drunk as you lot. You
Was
lot
I
were way
drunk in
more
London?
drunk than me.
I was quite
I
drunk
didn't
in
actually have
London.
anything on the tab that night. Swear.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't.
I think it's your mates
No, I
actually.
was gonna
Brian
say
and
I
your
didn't.
mates. Brian was steaming.
I drink, my good thing about me is I will just drink what I'm handed.
Yeah.
I don't order me anything. I will, whatever's free and knocking around, I'll drink that. And I won't drink a lot of it and it makes me drunk anyway.
You were like, after party. Anyway.
Oh yeah, it's because we had family come and see it, and you don't spend any time with them there, so you have to then go out after. We stayed up so late. We went to bed at 5. Anyway, that's another episode.
I didn't. Just FYI.
Manchester.
Tell me your favourite part about Manchester.
My favourite part about Manchester is 6:15. It was 6:15. To me, the problem is I spend my work day being like, I recommend these guys. These are really good, blah, blah, blah. 6:15, they're great. Yeah, they'll really bring the vibe. Then I get there and like people are excited about it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then Brian's like, oh yeah, they're coming on. I'm like, yeah, cool, okay. Like DJ is sick as ever. But then that sax and bongo starts. And I stand there. I must look like such an idiot.
What?
Because I stand there just watching in awe. Like,
you are a perv.
But it's so impressive. First of all, it's so impressive. But genuinely, the energy, I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. I don't know how he goes for that long.
They are.
His wife is a lucky lady. Both of them.
They are one of a kind. Like, I can't explain it. To be fair, they played hard in Manchester.
But it's not even, I don't want anyone to think that they played hard because it's a tour. They play hard, like they go hard. Any video I've ever seen of them, they are just incredible together.
Yeah, so we basically said, here's what we're doing. Jumped on a call. Well, I jumped on a call. You didn't.
Was I on holiday?
Yeah.
No, I was on that call. I actually was on the one.
On one.
Yeah.
But we kind of said, this is what we want. Dax went away and went, I want to create a whole it's the concept. It's never just we're performing. It's the whole concept. It's the staging. It's the lighting. It's the music choices. It's the artists that they bring together. And as always, they are just like, we have photographers and videographers are like, we want to come to Manchester to see 6:15.
Yes.
Like that's what people want to see because they know they're going to put on a show. And it's a curation of the experience. Like it is the 6:15 experience.
Yeah. I'm trying to put it into like, for people that didn't go to a tour and are listening, like what do you want from your band? We'll call them a band. Are they a band?
But
they basically 6:15 provided for us singer at the start, singer then during the
Dean Mac.
Yeah.
That is my jam. Like, let me explain Dean Mac. He is like R&B. He'd done Craig David. It was
this
so
is my problem.
Cool.
The first song he did. So how the night worked is we did the speeches.
Yeah.
There's the epic moment. We did the confetti.
Yeah.
We walk off, and normally that's where like a band kicks in. And before we had a band, and we were like, oh, we're not worried about it, but we were like, Dax, like, we trust you, do it. He starts singing, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. And it's just a guy on his own singing on stage. So there's only so much a guy on his own singing on stage can do.
Play him, couldn't I? Because it's not.
Yeah.
I actually saw him in Manchester this weekend.
Did you?
I went to Manchester and I went to where he was performing, and I'm still in love with him.
But this is the thing. So he starts, and I'm like, oh no, like, is this going to be enough? And then I don't know if it's the song choices. I don't know if it's the way he's singing it. I don't know if it's the grinding that he's doing. I don't know if it's the look in his eyes.
So cool.
It was cool. It was cool. And when I think sometimes when people picture, like, even when we do, we are guilty of it, of saying about like, oh yeah, we'll just have a singer for the daytime. No. You can get singers that like perform and it feels like a band. Do you know what I mean? Because he brought enough energy as a band.
Yeah. So he performs in a band as well. But we had him on his own. Let me try and find a video, because when I tell you, this would be so freaking cool for your cocktail hour to get everyone like hyped up,
Can
but
I
not too hyped.
asterisk this? Because everyone's getting confused with cocktail hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a video on this as well to make it very clear. Ceremony, drinks reception, wedding breakfast, cocktail hour, evening. The cocktail hour is the lead into the evening.
Pre-drinks before we're going out.
It's the pre-drink. It's the starting to get hype. So he wouldn't be very good singing what he was singing in the drinks reception.
It's too
You're going to hype me up too much, and then I'm tired by cocktail hour. Do you know what I mean?
Why did you say cocktail hour like that?
Because I'm trying to say that's the cool bit later.
Let me see if I can find a video. One sec. I'm not sure I'm allowed to play that one because it's got background music. Will Brian tell me off?
Dunno.
This is him singing with a band. I'm trying to find him on his own. Sorry, Brian. There must be.
Leave this on a minute.
Huh?
Leave this on a minute. This has got to be him coming in. Ready? Get ready.
Just the way he moves his head.
I was going to say, this is a terrible example of him because it's... This is better. Within the first two songs, he'd done Pony, and girls from Down on the Thing were up grinding with him.
So I saw him in... This is him performing in his band, but you'll understand what vibe he brings.
Yeah. Birthday soon. Yeah, he's very good.
He is just like... this is part of 615 and their concept that they created for
So that's the thing, they did... So 615 were clever because that bit where we always try and do the drinks reception, what?
We're missing out.
We're not even... This
we
is
had
just my
a
favourite part.
DJ in the birdcage.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
So you come in, DJ in the birdcage. We've got a female singer.
She was gorgeous. Incredible. But drinks reception style music.
Yeah.
Chill. Nice. Like, just getting the mood going. This is what musicians do, is if you get the right people, you know when you worry about how will people feel at the wedding, that's not a you problem anymore, that's a them problem. Yeah. The musicians make people feel how you want them to feel without you having to tell them what to do. Mm-hmm. So we were already like, yeah, cool, we're having a nice time. We move in, we do the speeches, then it goes into party, and then Dax and Cammy come out, and then we're like, right, okay, well, we're here for the night now, getting wild.
Yeah, I think their whole unique selling point for me is that it's like 6:15 by day. Like you can have 6:15 throughout the day, and they're going to stage it to create those emotions, those feelings, that atmosphere, and the right level of energy throughout.
Yeah, because you don't want to go hard straight away.
It's not easy to do that.
No.
It's a talent. So, I mean, the lighting, the staging, the rig, everything they did.
The DJ booth bit that they put at the end of the catwalk stage, everything.
You love tango, don't you?
Yeah.
He let you press some buttons.
Yeah.
And they let you play the sax.
And they let me play the sax, and I did the bongos, and I actually think he was quite impressed with my bongo skills. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
I would like him to comment on it to...
What, Cammy?
Yeah, to prove that it was actually good, because I'm hoping that people aren't telling me I'm good just because it's my event.
They loved us. Like, Cammy even let me wear his hat. Like, and he
so
does
again,
not let anyone do that.
Beth, I might have to tell you something. I think you might be doing that drunk gaslighting again.
He didn't let me.
I think you took the hat.
But he didn't take it back.
Again, I think it's your event.
He politely let me keep it, and I could tell he was so
I think
uncomfortable.
the shock was like,
He was like-
right, this bitch just took my hat, okay?
Yeah,
Right,
he was
okay.
not happy about it, but he
then it could
didn't
be
act like he wasn't happy.
Same as Tango when I go,
Yeah, he was like, fuck off now, it's not funny. He was like, it's done.
he fucking loved it. They loved it. Anyway,
Incredible.
they're the best.
Like-
The best.
Speak to them,
Yeah.
like, honestly, wow, flawless.
I spoke to one of my couples the other day and they were talking about 6:15 and I was like, the best decision you'll make will be booking that. And I was like, you need to, because they were right at the start of planning. And I was like, if you know you want them, contact them now.
Yeah.
Because depending on the budget and how much they cost, if that's the most important thing to you, tweak the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I truly believe that putting money into music is a really good decision.
I agree.
Honestly. What was your favourite part?
The whole music concept.
Okay, what was your other favourite part? Because we've got a lot of people to talk about.
The disco ball head.
No, that we stole from the venue. The venue was your choice.
The venue was really cool. I think you were a bit like, what the hell? Like, it had a catwalk. It was menagerie. Menagerie is how you say it?
Menagerie.
Menagerie. Oh,
Like lingerie.
lingerie. We had the catwalk.
So they're a restaurant by day. So I got there before you got there because I was in Manchester
And
beforehand.
she was like, what the
I
hell?
walked in and there's people eating their like lunch. And I was
Chicken
like,
Caesar salads.
okay, cool, right. Okay, food was really good, wasn't it?
Food was banging.
What did I eat before that? Before we did, some like cauliflower
Yeah.
lollipops. Oh my God. Anyway, so there's people, and it's a very influencery place, isn't it?
It's very...
They know what they're
Aesthetic,
doing.
yeah.
They're not stupid. It's all for the gram. So I'm in there I was actually just signing my book because I'm a bellend. Signing books. People sat behind me taking photos, doing their thing. I'm waiting for this lot to come with all their suitcases. And I'm like, they're taking photos behind of like them eating shit. Like, just like, and I was like, what is happening? Had to walk around. It wasn't until later on when everything started getting set up that I was like, this is cool. It's cool. It's an incredible place anyway. Like, I would 100, they do parties and stuff there, don't they? They do like hen do's and things, and I would 100% go there. But it was then nice to see it turn into a tour.
Yeah.
It was a very cool venue, cool location, good choice.
Thank you.
And I do have to say as well, they were the most helpful venue
I
that
agree.
we worked at.
I 100% agree.
Anything we said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no worries. No.
And I wonder if it's because they used to doing events. They like sometimes they have people hanging from the ceilings. And
Yeah.
like, so anything we were asking, we were like, can we have confetti? Yeah, no problem. All right.
Do you want us to
Cool.
provide it?
Okay. Which I'll shout them out now. Flutter Darlings.
Yeah.
They nailed it. Like, their confetti is hands down the best confetti you'll ever have in your whole entire life. If you can't have paper confetti, sucks to be you, because this is a great confetti.
And I will not let anyone tell anyone else otherwise.
Fight you.
That is all I've got to say.
Yeah. So we had confetti. We had fucking loads of confetti, and it was wonderful. And it floated down slowly. But every time we said something to the venue, they were like, "Yeah, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. I can do that. Yeah, I can grab one of those for you. Yeah, you can have this." And I'm like, "Right, amazing." If every venue was like that,
Did you feel and look good in Manchester?
we looked great. I felt incredible. What did I have my hair up again? Didn't I?
I loved my Manchester look, apart from my fucking dress. But I won't go into that.
Well, no, let's go into
Well,
it.
I mean, I paid for it, so.
Yeah, fuck it. Go on then.
I had a
yeah.
dress, and it was sequins, and it was like cutting up my legs.
It was a very expensive dress. What did you do? Did you send it back?
Yeah.
Have you sent it back?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Did you complain?
Yeah, but I haven't got any money back yet, so we're just waiting on that. But I was complaining, and everyone's like, "Oh, shut up! Like, she's just fucking moaning. Like, like no one cares."
Also, that's not true. You had John Taylor fucking sewing it up. You had me trying to, I don't know what we tried to do. We were trying to sew the back to the front and cut off some of the sequins.
Yeah. But like, I think
we did care, but I didn't think it hurt, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but so when I actually showed
and I was also
everyone,
like, you have no other dress, so just shut up. And
when I showed everyone the next day my legs, like even in, like they were fucked, weren't they?
They
Like
were
I've still got
like
scars on my
actual
legs.
scratches.
Yeah, like that's why I think I got drunk, really. I was in a lot of pain.
Okay.
Heartbreak.
Sure. But this is why we say, test your dresses. Imagine buying that for your wedding day.
Oh, hen do. Yeah. Hen do, evening of your wedding.
You'd be furious because
Yeah.
you were grumpy from it. You
for
snapped
5
out of it.
minutes.
That's what I mean. But imagine if that was your hen do, you'd be so pissed off.
Yeah, no, fair.
So,
but
no,
our
you did not
glam
like your dress.
squad were, oh my God, we had scousers. We had scouse girls.
Yeah.
And
they didn't make us look like Scouse girls.
No, honestly, they were so lovely.
Because I think at some point you were like, yeah, I like full glam. And I was like, don't say full glam.
I didn't say that.
To a Scouse.
I didn't say that to her.
What did you say?
I said, do what you like.
That's probably where I went. Don't do what you like, because when you do it, she'll change stuff.
So we had 2 different makeup artists, didn't we?
We did. So I had to go over. So you weren't there at this point, but the 2 girls sat down. And I went over and was like, oh, like they said, we're ready. Went over and I was like, shit.
How'd you pick?
Who's doing who? And they were like, oh, just who do you want to sit down? I was like, I'm not picking who I'm sitting with. Like, isn't that horrible? So I think I got them to pick a month each. And one of them picked January. I was like, that's my month. So that's fine.
Fine. Oh, is that how you decided?
Yeah.
I just kind of came over.
You came over after and there was a seat ready for you. To be fair, all of the girls were brilliant. Like the whole glam squad were brilliant together.
Yeah, we had Rachel Cole and Julie Foster on makeup.
And then hair by Beth and Steers did our hair, obviously. But the 3 of them, because we were quite tight on time as well. It wasn't the biggest space to get ready. We were in a room getting ready. So they really had to work together. And they were just, honestly, I was laughing the whole time.
I loved it. I loved my hair. I loved my makeup.
What did you have for your hair?
Curly. But it was like she did like a straighter end, didn't she?
Oh, it was a Hollywood wave kind of.
But it wasn't chill
wave.
Yeah.
Whereas I went up again. She's my gal. She did my hair up last time as well.
They are just an absolute ball.
They just got me ready. You know, that whole pre-drink. Again, like picking your suppliers is so important, because if you are a quiet, reserved, like that's not your, then maybe they're not the right people. If you are ready to hit a vibe and you want to start the morning getting you in the, you know, when we say about booking your wedding, you need to know the wedding you want to have. Don't book any suppliers until you know the wedding you want to have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have certain people if I was going for a super hype day. There aren't people that would be able to match that. These are the people that you want for a super hype day.
Yeah.
And look phenomenal.
Honestly, I can't, if I could give them 100 out of 10, I would. Like, they would just, like,
I felt great.
The end product, it lasts, the hair, I felt great.
Oh
I
my
love
God,
the
taking
pictures.
those belly clips out though, Jesus. I do love doing it because I can fill up my little grip basket again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all incredible. What did I wear? Oh, my dress, my pink dress.
Yeah, you went in sparkles.
No, I couldn't. To be fair, with a vibe, I did hit the brief. It was glitz and glam, and I was glam.
And I was the glitz.
Yeah, we nailed it. And then, should we talk about our content team?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about? I'll talk about Pat. You can talk about John.
Okay.
I talk about Pat too much. I don't even need to say the surname of the business, but I probably should for legal purposes. Patrick Partridge is one of, if not the best photographer in the world.
I second that.
Whether it's just attitude on the day, like he is fun, he is friendly, he is what's it called? Uplifting. He is
build your confidence.
Yeah, like just
he's chilled. He's just.
That's what I mean. He's a chameleon. He is what he needs to be at that time, because sometimes he's quiet.
Yeah.
If there's a moment happening, I mean, we didn't have many moments together, but I've seen him at weddings. If there's a moment happening, let the moment happen. You don't have to get involved in all of those bits. But when it feels like, okay, we need to give him a little bit more confidence, he'll shout things. He's just phenomenal.
He's my favourite person.
Yeah.
Above you. Easily.
Above me. Interesting.
Not height-wise, but my short king.
Oh, wow.
My short king.
What did you say the other day about short kings?
When you spoon when a short king spoons you and it feels like you've got a backpack on. Is that what it feels like with Brian?
We don't spoon.
He doesn't spoon you.
We've been together too long to spoon.
No,
we don't
cuddle
spoon
you.
No, I don't. If I don't really get the spooning thing, because if I'm going to cuddle Brian in bed, he is lying on his back and I'm in the shoulder indent.
Okay.
That's how we cuddle.
Yeah, because he's a backpack otherwise.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be spooned.
Why, is he too small?
I just never tried it. I'll try it tonight and I'll let you know.
Send a photo. Put it up. Basically, you need to give everyone a debrief in the morning when the episode goes live.
Okay.
Because we're filming this literally the day before.
Okay, tomorrow morning. No,
tomorrow morning.
Okay, I'll take our spoon picture tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, we want to know how it feels having a backpack on. Describe the kind of backpack. Are we going rucksack? Are we going laptop
bag? Where's a person's arms when they're spooning?
One's usually like under the pillow and one's usually over you.
But like under my neck?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think
you need a good spoon, doll.
I don't think we spoon.
We'll get in there. So yeah, short king applications.
Yeah, are you... So...
Oh, this would be unknown territory for me if it's Short King.
The man who shall not be named was quite tall, wasn't he?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever been with anybody tall.
Have you not?
I don't think so.
Wait, what do we define as a tall and short?
Tall is 6 foot a plus, surely.
I feel like every guy...
Nah, if Brian was 5'11", he'd be like, I'm so tall.
I feel like every guy wants to be 6 foot now.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the female equivalent?
This is a
it's
good
a weight
clip, Brian.
thing. Female's problem is a weight.
No, but tall girls. My friend's tall, and she had that problem of like, I've literally cut half the fucking population out.
The boys 6 foot want to be a 6 foot. The girls would be a weight, want to be 9 stone.
Do you
Not saying
think?
that. But the girls don't want to be a certain height. I don't think to myself, oh, I really want to be 5'4".
I think if you're a taller girl, like I'm here for the tall girls. I love it. I think
Yeah.
they're all models. My best friend is taller than the average. But
is her partner taller?
Yeah, but she was saying when she was dating, the whole problem was she had to cut out the half the fucking population.
But then some people aren't fussed by having someone shorter
It's like Jamie and Sophie. There.
For me, it's not for me.
Wait, what's the height difference between you?
Like, there's a bit. If
Wait, can you wear heels?
Yes, I can wear heels and we're the same height.
Okay, fine.
That's my only... For me, I couldn't go out with someone shorter than me. For me.
Hey, I've seen weddings.
But that's what I mean, I'll get hate on it. I've done weddings where there's quite a height difference.
And I'm here for it. Rock it. You love them for love. Love them for
100%.
love. Love them for them. You are a better person than us.
I would feel big.
That's our problem.
And I'm already like stocky. Like I'm not a skinny gal.
You are.
I'm not a skinny gal. I'll never be skinny. I'm not skinny. I'll never be skinny.
Big
I don't want to be
bones,
skinny.
darling.
Big bones, big tits.
Broad.
I've got no
I'm
ass anymore.
broad.
But yeah, I'm broad. And I don't actually have a problem with that anymore. But I can't be wider than you and taller than you.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not.
Do you think it comes down to like an element of like...
Femininity?
Yeah, and safety? Like, you know, when like... Is that stereotypical?
So I like Brian because if Brian was just... He's stocky.
Yeah.
He's short and stocky. I'm okay with that. Can you 100%? Can you look after me? Can you protect me in a fight? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think women want, don't they?
Yeah. I can't have a...
We're going to get so much... This is a good clip because we're going to get so much hate on it.
I don't understand hate on the internet. This is my opinion.
Yeah, you do you, boo.
You do you. Same as weddings. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. I don't care about what you're doing. Don't care about what I'm doing. So
are we shouting out the short kings?
Is your dad tall or short?
My dad's not very tall, no.
See, I think I like short because my dad's short.
What?
You go for what you know. You go for... I don't fancy my dad. Calm down.
Oh my God, that is the funniest thing I think you've heard. I like short men because my dad's short.
Yes.
Same with your chest, babes.
There is. People... 90% of you look to your husband or your fiance, look to your dad and tell me that there's not similarities there.
And you do that in the bedroom, do you?
This is what I'm saying.
I know.
But I have...
Hi, Dad.
But
now, next time you have sex with Brian, you'll get that force going to come in your head.
Shush. No, they don't look like each other. My problem
Same build though, no?
Yeah, short and stocky.
Do you have the lights on or off in the bedroom?
Off. I played a game with someone the other day and it was that, would you rather, it was a guy that I was talking to, would you rather sleep with your mum and nobody knows about it? Or would you rather... You don't have to sleep with your mum, but everyone thinks you have. He was like, sleep with my mum and everyone knows about it. Like, what? Chris from Tuxfits.
Fuck's sake, Chris.
He had me in hysterics. Anyway. So my point is, it's what you've grown. I would pick a life partner that's like my dad because my dad is a good dad.
Yeah, he is.
As in, he's a good person. So of course I would want somebody to be like my dad.
Personality traits, yeah. I'm not sure on the physical appearance.
Don't know. See who you marry. But you don't like your dad. Maybe you don't being a lesbian. Go for someone like your mum. So someone,
a few people have commented that.
What?
Because I've been hanging around with my friend.
Yeah.
And
you are giving lesbian vibes.
Her side have said, have you left your husband for Beth?
Yeah.
And I was literally like, no one from my side has said it because
No, you don't give off.
I kind of gallivant around the country.
With boys. Oh, what?
Sorry. My mum listens to this.
So she should be. It's probably where she's getting all her information.
To be fair, she did say, she was like, date everybody. Date everyone. So you know what you like, what you don't like.
It's just awkward, isn't it? I'm impressed by like first dates. What are you going to do on a first date?
Honey, we're running out of time. These eggs are
Egging.
I need to freeze my... I've actually thought about freezing my eggs.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is there an age that you would get to where you'd have a child on your own?
Do you know what? I've always thought that my life... I was born to be a mum. That was my thing. I've always wanted children from a young age. I thought I'd have them by the age of 25. Like, I wanted to be a young mum. That was me. Didn't happen. All I wanted is children. And now I have a niece. That's kind of filled that void for me. It kind of helps that my niece looks exactly like me as a child. Like,
yeah.
But it also has kind of been like maybe, and this whole, my whole revolution of what I'm doing and turning 30 and having children, I think having my niece helped with that, because I think it filled that void that if this is, I've left a relationship at nearly 30. I do have to come to terms with the fact that I may not have children. I may not find somebody that may be my life. Do you know what I mean? It's not, everyone's like, don't be silly, you can have kids at 40, whatever. Like, I don't want to have kids at 40. No shade against it. It's just, if I get to a certain age, I think...
You actually can't say that. You don't know that.
Yeah.
So you might.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's probably not on your...
It wasn't
on the plan anyway.
Yeah. And it's still, like, it's not for me. That's my opinion. But I think my niece filled that void. And I think that's why I wouldn't have a child on my own, because I've got that side. That's enough for me.
I watched the backup plan the other day where Jennifer Lopez has a kid. I think I would have done
but
that.
How old's Michelle Keegan?
I don't know.
She's just had a baby, hasn't she?
Yeah, but I don't think she's that old.
Google.
Alexa, how old is Michelle Keegan? Okay, that's Michelle Hogan, who's 60. That's not right.
I was like, fuck, she looks good.
She looks phenomenal. 37, is she?
Yeah, so that is stereotypically an older...
That is just geriatric. Anything over 35 is a geriatric mother.
And I'm here for it. And I think she
rude,
got
by
a
the
lot
way.
of praise for it, she's built her career, she's done all of that. And I think that is now the new norm. So if you
I'm cute. I'm happy that they're still together, because that's cute.
Yeah.
When they first got together, everyone's like...
No, I love them.
I do.
You know my feelings on it. You're like, Mark Wright was nothing before. Michelle Keegan was this and that.
No, I thought Mark Wright was more... Who did I think was more famous?
Mark Wright.
Yeah. She was just in one show.
Anyway.
However, now she's... Anyway.
Back to Manchester.
Why did we
is she
talk about
married?
babies? How did that happen?
Did you see the cake? It was
Mate,
huge.
That was massive.
She was even stood on the table.
Yes. Cakes by Holly Miller it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know if she's tiny or the cake was massive.
I was literally like, Pat was like, this is what I mean. Pat was like, get on the table and stand next
we
to
also
it.
got distracted by not fucking talking about any of the other content team. Honestly, guys, I don't know why you think that these podcasts are ever going to flow nicely. We'll go back to them.
But yeah,
I think
was epic.
that's how we started talking about babies somehow.
No idea.
Anyway, cake was phenomenal. Like, you'd obviously given the glitz and glam, so it was like a disco ball, but it was also black, but it was also massive and pink and just show-stopping.
Again, we kind of give a small brief and then let the creatives do what they do best.
Yeah.
And she smashed it.
Literally smashed it. Poor girl trying to make this cake, because when she came in as well, she's like, where am I setting up? And I was like, oh, yeah, let's do it on that big round table. There was a big round table
in the middle.
Literally in the middle of the whole place. And she kind of looked at it and was like, yeah, okay, cool. And then like 2 hours later, I look back over and she's still sticking bloody little disco ball things. Like, it just looked incredible. And if you're doing a cake, do a cake. Yeah.
Do you know
what I mean? If you're going to do it and make it front and center. Nobody missed that cake.
No, they didn't.
Whereas sometimes when you stick a cake in a corner, did you even see it? You're not missing that.
She was a focal, that cake.
What queen.
What queen.
So should we go back to content?
Yes. So we had John Taylor, Mr. JT, on film.
Honestly, John Taylor, I'll speak directly to you. You are the most infuriating man I've ever met in my life, in the best way possible.
Oh, go on.
Just because he gets exactly what he needs, whether you like it or not. This is what's happening. I'm going to make you feel so incredible that you strut down this catwalk and you turn and you slut drop and you do all these things. And I'm like, this is so stupid. And then I watch the video and I'm like, oh.
He knows what looks good, doesn't he?
He just knows what he's doing. And
he's also so fun. Vibe.
This is what I mean. He's like a brother again. So when we have that relationship where it's like all of us can just have a laugh, especially when Pat's there as well, we're having a great time. So it pains me to say how good he is.
He is great. His work is phenomenal.
Like, Yeah, phenomenal. Like the video is incredible.
He is an artiste.
Yeah, he is. It is. It's a bloody good video.
He's got his name in the industry.
He knows what he's
for
doing.
a reason, you know, like the work he produces is top tier.
And if you're looking for fun on your wedding day, like if you want to have a good time.
Oh, if someone said, oh, you want a wedding with John Taylor, I'd be like, mint, I'm going to have a great time. Like belly laughing.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about anything else at that wedding. I'd just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and he gets what he needs. He's quick.
Time.
He doesn't wait around, doesn't hang around.
He doesn't what, quick?
He's quick. Like he doesn't wait around, doesn't hang around. All good. And then did you see our content creator?
Yes.
Oh my God, again, why are all our content creators so sweet and lovely?
The social guest.
She was cool.
Very cool. And do you know what? I was worried for her, bless her. Because Pat and John know each other, I didn't want it to be like... It must be really hard as the content creator going to a wedding when you already know that they're probably not annoyed at you, but like the whole game of like photo hate content, blah, 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 blah. But she just slotted in...
But she also did some directing
herself. That's what I mean. When
the boys weren't around, she was like, girls, can you do this?
And that's what I mean. Like slotted in, but took charge of the bits that she wanted. Got different angles of things. Like we've said before, I don't want the same video.
Yeah.
Don't give me the same thing. She got all the different stuff. She got a lot of guest stuff. She was just... And she was up on the catwalk. Like it wasn't... I don't know. There's just good content creators are... involved enough that they're always there, but you also don't know they're there.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was brilliant, really good. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. I think all our suppliers were amazing, weren't they? We had so much, it was different suppliers this year, really. I mean, we did have some of the same ones, but we had a new brand this year, a new concept. We had Charlotte Tilbury.
We did.
We had Charlotte Tilbury, the bridal kind of team.
I didn't realise that you can get Charlotte Tilbury bridal artists at your wedding to do your...
So essentially what I love about this concept is that if you are somebody who's not sure on makeup, or if you're somebody who wears some makeup and doesn't, but like I wear Charlotte Tilbury products, like Die Hard, I love them. They're a staple in my makeup bag. And I would feel very comfortable wearing Charlotte Tilbury products on my wedding day because I know how they sit on my skin. I know how they last.
I still don't want to do my makeup.
Yeah.
I want to know the products we're using, but I don't trust myself to do a winged eyeliner. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice to have people that work with that stuff all the time. I'm the same. My foundation will only ever be Charlotte Tilbury stuff. And they were just good. And then they were doing everybody touch-ups throughout the day. It was so nice.
And what I love is they do like a bridal consultation. They do like it's still very much experience, and it's all under the Charlotte Tilbury brand.
Yeah, loved it.
Amazing.
What else should we talk about? Shall we talk about... You were saying, I was going to segue it in a minute ago because you were talking about bringing people back but having someone new. The problem is we don't like to use the same people at tours because we want to give people different ideas, except for Rich. Rich, Gloucester Magician, is our best friend. That is the end of it. No comments. No further comments to be made. He's just the best story. Like, I'm sorry, hands down the best. Like, that is it. And I won't let any of you tell me otherwise. That is it. Period. Done. He does pickpocket and he does magician. I was going to say, should we actually say about his business? Yeah. He is a magician. He's very good at card tricks. He's funny. He travels all over the UK, not just in Gloucester. Blah, blah, blah. If you don't have him at your wedding, boring. You're boring. More for you. Snore. Snore. That's something Isla would say. Snore. She keeps saying slay at the moment and bro. If she calls me bro one more time, I don't know what I'm going to do. Nothing. But, you know. Somebody called her the C word at school the other day. What? So wait. How old is Isla? Year 6. Right, and someone dropped the C bomb. Is this what we're doing in the school playground, guys? That's what happens, isn't it? I forget. Year 6. Think about year 7. Like everything you know in year 7. There's only the day after year 6 is year 7. Yeah. But so she came home. By the way, top tip for any parents listening. I don't want to start giving parental advice, but I'm going to. Sometimes I know when something's happening and she just won't talk about it. And we have a whole car journey now because we're further away from the school. How was your day at school? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. So I was like, I've had an email from school. And she was like, no, you haven't. I was like, I've had an email from school. What does it say? And she was like, it's not about me. I was like, I know. what's it about then?
You manipulated the situation.
I was like, tell me what it says. I want to hear it from you.
You are clever.
Like, brilliant. Because if not, she'd be like, I literally have no idea.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you do know. So I was like, I'd rather you tell me. She was like, oh, somebody called me a C word. And I was like, what?
Wait, what did she say?
The problem is they were messing around.
Wait, does she know the word?
Well, yeah. I forget that they know stuff.
How does she know that word? Not from you, hopefully.
No, we don't actually. I highly doubt she's ever heard us say that. This is my problem. I don't mind. I'm not going to stop you hearing swearing. I'm actually not going to stop swearing. We have friends over a lot. You're around adults a lot. I'm not going to not swear. We used to do a podcast where we swear. She hears it. The thing I want her to learn, parenting wise, is that you're not allowed to say it. You can hear it, but you're not allowed to say it. You're too young to say it. When you're 18, you go off and do your own thing, whatever.
Wait, so how did it make her feel? Like, what?
She was fine. She's the most chill.
Then what did she like?
She broke something that was a kid's toy gun, so he called her the C word, and she was like, "Well, now I have to tell of you," and went and told.
Oh, so she's a snitch as well.
She's a snitch. We have tried to teach her about snitching, but then I did say I'm okay with you telling on that because that's a gross word.
What would you not be okay with her telling on?
No, don't tell. Like we told her off before because what did she?
No,
say?
you didn't.
100%. You don't have to tell on everything.
Snitches get stitches.
So she's been taught that snitches, but there's a line. The hard parenting bit is if he tells you to fuck off, you don't need to tell the teacher. Like calm down. If he calls you something that's horrible, like I'm not even saying the C word because it's such a. If somebody calls you that in year 6, go and tell the teacher.
Yeah.
But we did say when she goes to secondary school that she probably shouldn't tell the teacher if somebody calls her that.
Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it?
Secondary school's a different ballgame, and it's going to switch up quick.
Bullying you, upsetting you, but come to us first.
Yeah,
is what I would say. Text me at school, be like, somebody's called me the C word, and I'm like, all right, cool, call it and back. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But it's all good.
I could not imagine her saying that word.
But I did also say to her, I was like, if I ever get called in because you've said something like that, I was like, I will not be happy.
Yeah.
You will lose your phone for a year.
Scary.
Brian's just sat there quietly like, you're bad cop, I'm good cop. So I'm like, don't snitch, don't be that girl. And he's like, tell the teacher.
Are you, Bri?
I wouldn't say I tell her to tell the teacher.
Because someone called the C word?
Well, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about if somebody told us to fuck off? What about if somebody hit her?
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about C words. I had no follow on. I was going to say that. I can't say that about a supplier. Where did we get to?
I don't know how, honestly.
Sorry, guys.
We want to do a catch-up episode, but we can't because there's too many things to talk about.
Should we talk about the big F-off disco ball wall from Effortless Events? And their photo booth. It was such a cool photo booth. Do you remember when we stood in front of it? We were like, it's a mirror, but it wasn't like a shitty magic mirror one. Do you know what I mean? Like sorry, respectfully, there are companies that do the shitty magic mirror ones.
Yes, there are.
This was cool.
See, to me, if you've got a sick backdrop, I don't really care what the thing in front of me is. You can stand in front of me with a phone.
Fair.
But it was a great camera. And it was, did they have it set on black and white? Did I make that up?
I don't know.
Or did they do that in London?
London
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, the photos were really good. But the backdrop, when they started bringing it in, I was like, what is happening? What is this? Because it all comes in like bits. And I'm like, there is literally like half a disco ball stuck to a wall here. Look back round and I was like, holy shit. That, if you're doing a photo booth, that's what I want it to look like.
Instead of having just random disco balls everywhere, that's what you need.
That's the feature. So then the girls and boys photos are like filled with a backdrop for the theme.
So don't just throw free disco balls around. You need the disco ball.
No. We want the whole thing on it.
Yeah, amazing.
And they're really nice.
Oh, set to know. Are they a couple?
I
assume so. Well, you look good
Sorry,
together.
Yeah,
otherwise,
we don't
guys.
know if you. Yeah, but what if her husband's listening? Be like, what the fuck? We definitely saw them kissing.
Yeah.
No, they're. I've never had any problem. I've worked with them as suppliers as well. Never ever had a problem.
They're
with
just
them.
like, yep, whatever.
Because I get told off for saying that people are nice on here. They're like, you ever say everyone's nice? We wouldn't have them at a tour if they weren't nice.
Yeah.
But also, I wouldn't have them at a tour if they weren't reliable.
Yeah.
And that's the two things I need from a photo booth supplier is that the photo booth is good and you're reliable.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Tick, tick.
Tick, tick. I'm just having a look who else was here, reminding myself of everything because it was such a wild day. We also need to quickly talk about how good Brian looked.
Brian looked good. Do you know what? It just fucking annoys me because like we get the photos back and Brian just looks good in every photo.
Brian looks the same in everything though. Like there's not a hair out of place.
If Brian was single, his Hinge profile
just be tall, like, but then
tux, tall. He had
He
Tuxedo
would get a
Junction
lot
on,
of
didn't he?
messages. Would I get messages though? Would we
No.
both get contacted? Yeah, but I saw a thing before that was saying, what was the TikTok we watched last night, Bri? Where it was, it takes men 80%. I think he was on Diary of a CEO recently. Basically, I've got more pick than Brian because women, all girls have more pick. So actually, I'd be fine.
They always say like girls can go sleep with who they want.
Yeah.
And men have to work a bit harder.
Yeah.
A lot.
You wouldn't have to work that hard.
There's only a certain percentage of guys that get all the girls.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. You are one of that percentage
The
though.
logic is 20%.
Have you watched Adolescence yet? That's
Not all
what
of
this
it.
is about.
The 80-20 rule, which is bad, but it's true. The 20% of the guys get to pick most of them. 80% of the guys don't get either anything, or they have to try really hard to get it. Only a small percentage of girls.
It takes 6 coffees to get 1 second date, apparently. 6 coffee dates to get a second date for a guy.
What? I've got to go on 6.
No, guys.
Whereas if you're a really good looking guy, you're muscly, you're tall, you can get a girl.
Oh, I was just about to say you then, and then you dropped the T-bomb.
Do you want to know what I listened to the other day?
Yeah.
It was somebody talking about, and very relevant to what we've been speaking about today, the alpha male.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. You've got the alpha male and then you've got the masculine male. And everyone wants the alpha male. The loudest in the room, the
Cockiest.
cockiest, the lad, very little emotional intelligence, like isn't someone that would kind of give you what you need.
Yeah. Be a good partner, yeah.
And then you've got the masculine male, and they're not the loudest in the room, but they'll be the one that will always be there for you, emotionally secure. Like,
But why are they masculine then?
do you want me to play it?
Yeah.
I sent it to my friend and was like, this is your boyfriend.
Is Brian masculine male?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think
I've
you're-
explained it really badly.
I wouldn't describe Brian as an alpha male. And I don't want an alpha male. Am I an alpha female though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is this. Ready?
I think I'm an alpha male.
This is...
Let me tell you what he told me on our second date. Because I'm like telling him about the alpha males that pursue me and they come after me and why aren't you doing that? And he said, I'm a masculine man. I'm not an alpha male. He said alpha males are hunters, but they're not keepers. He said, I'm a keeper. He said masculine men will always stand behind alpha men who are always talking and toting and bravadoing. He goes, and we'll just wait for them to run out of gas. He said, but we don't ever try to get in front of them. But we're the ones that's always there for you when you're crying. We're the ones that's always going to support you through your hard time. But we're also the ones you're always going to step over to get to the alpha male. He said because television polarizes and displays and honors the alpha male, he goes, and I have nothing against them. He said, but there's a whole group of beautiful men called masculine men. And we're not aggressive. And we're not bravado. That's not our personality.
I agree with that to a degree, but I think you still, as a masculine man, have to be able to be aggressive.
So this is the problem.
You don't want to
Brian, you've not got a mic.
I know, you speak louder for us. Brian's basically saying that you still want a man to be aggressive. The problem is...
don't have the ability to be.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. The problem is I do want a man that can protect me,
Yeah.
but I don't ever want to be fearful of you.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Ever, like, and that to me gives more alpha male. Anyway, this is the topic at the moment. We might have to go more into this on another.
The masculine bit, I disagree with a bit of it. It doesn't mean you have to sit back and wait for alpha men. Like, I wouldn't describe myself as an alpha, but if an alpha man came to do something, I would 100% step up and fight him. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't step back and be like, oh no, it's an alpha man.
Yeah, wait until the gas runs out.
Yeah.
But I get the topic of the subject. Yeah.
It's
So
more
do you want a
with
masculine man?
women, I think it is. That you were talking about the dates and stuff. It's that the masculine man, it might take them a little bit longer. Like, it might take them the 6 dates to...
Yeah.
But then that'll be the one you marry.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Okay, when you do the dating stuff, I'm going to tell you if I think they're an alpha male or a masculine male. Anyway, should we finish Manchester? I got distracted because somebody commented on the social media saying, hey, pretty girl, how about we ship you some beautiful jewelry and blah, blah, blah.
I think that's an alpha.
He's on the
hunt. He's on the hunt.
Anyway, we got well distracted because I didn't even say how fit Brian looked because he was wearing Tuxedo Junction, the Gloucester. So if you guys are looking for suits, that's where you need to go. We also had all of our gorgeous stationery.
By Sophie Elizabeth.
Yeah, which was like sparkly.
Again, we just didn't give much of a brief. She nailed it. Super lovely girl. Her stationery is stunning. Super creative.
It was different to other tours in a good way of like, here's what you like. It was very good wedding inspo.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I also like the idea of switching up daytime and evening stationery. Like, let's go a bit wilder.
I've never seen anyone do that, so that was cool.
No, that was very cool and funny, like cute signs. She was also again really lovely.
Yeah. Amazing.
I like her.
10s all round.
We also had,
and she travelled really far.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah.
And partied for a bit.
Yeah.
Loved. We also had Griff's Welded Studio, I think it is.
Doing guys, you keep these girls busy.
I am a little bit obsessed.
Like, we didn't even get a chance to have one because you
guys
were
owe me a bracelet.
Yeah, rude. Not Griff's,
No,
girls.
Griff's. You guys owe me a bracelet. I'm looking at the ones I've got on just because that is the welded bracelets, but you have to get one. If you haven't got one, you have to get one. I think
hen party, perfect. Put it in your hen party costings. It's like,
I want the Friday night.
Yes.
Welded jewellery.
Yes.
2 things each. I want a bracelet and an ankle bracelet on everybody as part of the hen do vibes.
I think that's amazing.
And I want matching charms.
Because you'll spend that money on butter in the buff. Do you know what I mean? And like, come on.
Right. Can we put a petition out there for you to send somebody to do my welded jewellery naked?
Oh, that's
I want a guy. I want a guy to come and weld on my jewellery. I think
he would be an alpha male.
I want him with the mask on, coming in going, put your arms out, ladies. And we go, put their arms together like his handcuffs.
And you want him to handcuff you welded. That's an alpha male.
Yeah, I don't want to marry him.
Fair. This is what I mean.
Yeah. I also don't want to sleep with you.
We're good dissecting this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want any of that.
So yeah, Griff's Welding Studio, amazing. They were flat out all night and did not complain.
I did love them. We also had all of our napkins by Pack Genie, which were hilarious again, if I do say so myself. You know me. We had Forever Paper Co, who did all of the bows.
That were on your cocktail, wasn't it?
That was on my cocktail. What was my cocktail? Yours was like the pina colada-y one.
Yeah.
Brian's was like a Hugo, but non-alcoholic one.
Princess one. That's why I called it. Yes. And Passion Fruit Princess or something like that.
And then mine was something pink, wasn't it?
Fizzy.
Because we added it, and it had glitter in it.
Yeah.
Guys, do your cocktail hour with glittery cocktails. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
We're here for it.
I think that might have been all of our amazing suppliers. I'm checking our list.
No. You've missed someone.
I did.
The big pink booth.
How did I miss that?
The coolest, biggest, pinkest booth.
Yes.
Stunning.
So this, we like to say...
Yeah. It's a sister company.
So Lissy Art, who was at our Birmingham tour, who did our big picture, has a sister company called...
Little Cupid Co.
And they do like... the guest portraits, is that how? But they bring like the booth, and there's more of them.
The girls are all in like this like pink skirts. They looked great. Like,
they did look
I've
great.
never seen live artists look so put together,
like a proper team,
professional.
Yeah. Professional but funny.
The drawings were great.
Drawings were brilliant. We had our reveal for our Birmingham one as well.
I know. This
Where
is
is
why
that?
we need a new
office?
studio. Yeah, we need a studio so we can put it up.
That was incredible. Like, such talent to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand how.
Yeah, I'm just
But it's nice that she's now done this company that does it for the Little Illustrator and having more people. Because if you've got like 100 guests...
Yeah, you need to get through them.
Yeah.
And all the drawings look the same. It's like they draw the same. It's weird.
Yeah, it's clever. But I can do that in a drinks reception for a couple of hours then.
Yeah.
Rather than having to have someone all day if I didn't want somebody all day.
Yeah.
Love them. Have I forgotten anybody else?
Would you like me to check?
I would like you to check, yeah. God. Brian, what was your favourite part of Manchester?
You need a mic for next episode. I don't know why you've stopped.
Sax and bongos.
6:15.
Yeah. Brian literally stands next to me and goes, I forget how good they are every time. I want them to just come and do an event here. Do you think they would? Do you reckon they'd do me a little barbecue? Dax, I ain't got any money, but...
Dax, you owe me, right?
But I'll tag you in a story.
Would you like to end on a picture from a bride?
Yeah. Would you like to do one or do you want me to do one?
I'm happy either way.
I'll get one. Let's have a little look, see.
But no, thank you, Manchester. You showed up. That was a good party.
I really enjoyed Manchester.
Really
Should I tell you
enjoyed.
what I forgot to say, actually? Manchester, to me, went the quickest in terms of sometimes...
You were shouting at me and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, it's fucking speech time.
No, the last song. And I was like, it's
she
not
was in the
that time
toilet,
yet.
guys. She was in the fucking
I was
toilet.
like, it's not the last song. It's not the
Again,
last song.
drunk but gaslighter coming out going, it's not the last song. I'm like, fucking is. But sometimes during the tours we have to be like, oh, okay, like it's coming up to 10 o'clock. What are we going to do now? What do we do to bring everything back? I honestly didn't even think that once. The time went like that.
Can I tell you, I was a really brave girl and I wore my shoes all the time in
Yeah.
Manchester and all the time in London because my numbing cream worked on my feet. Top tip.
I haven't told you this. Have I told you this? You know the heels I wore? So I wore the same heels in Manchester and London. Put your cream stuff on the second day. My toes are still numb from Manchester. Like to the point where I'm actually going to have to go to the doctor soon.
Do you dance that hard?
I haven't got the feeling back in in the two middle toes.
It's probably because you put the numbing cream on and you just kept going when you probably shouldn't have.
How long does it last? I'm not even lying. I swear. I know you think this is a joke. This is not a joke. I'm actually going to have to go to the doctor soon.
It's been like a month.
It has been a month. My toes have not gone back to the same. They're not the same. I'm not okay. They look the same. Don't worry. You're looking at my toes. I swear. Is this a problem? Does this happen? Has anyone experienced this?
I mean, the numbing cream was great though.
Somebody told me it was to do my back, not my toes. And I was like, no, it's both toes on both feet. Brian's looking at me because we're taking ages. Hey girls.
Hey.
I haven't read this ahead, so we're learning this together. Hey girls, I have a bitch from a bride I think you'll be shocked at. Some context before I start the story. My fiance, aged 27, parents have been together for 25 years. Okay. They were 19 and unmarried when they had him. His dad has been married to my fiance's stepmom.
Yeah.
For just over 20 years. Okay, right. Math is mathing. They share 3 children together, 19, 16 and 13. His mum and dad get on well, so there's no awkwardness there. A few days ago, we let his dad know that he is on top table next to my fiance and his mum will be next to his dad. Instantly, we could tell his dad was super pissed off. His stepmom made a comment like it's the last thing he wanted. A few days go by and we pop over to see them. The first thing his dad mentions is the top table and says, why don't you have someone instead of me as I'm not bothered? It ended up being me arguing with my dad and his dad, arguing with his dad, making comments. I would have been more fun sat at my family table with my wife and my boys as they're the most important thing. I'm shook so much that I can't even see where my thing. He then continued to make comments about this. They are my unit. I want to sit with my unit. His stepmom then made a comment saying the 13-year-old would find it weird that his dad was sitting with a random woman instead of their family. This argument went on for ages and continued to make comments, which made my partner seem like he wasn't important or part of the family. This argument went on for ages and they continued to make comments, which made my partner seem like he wasn't important or part of the family. They ended up the conversation by his dad saying, fine, whatever, I'll be there, but it's left a super sour taste in my mouth and hurt for my partner. My partner still wants his dad with him, as my partner has always felt like his dad is his best friend. But I'm super angry and disappointed and I don't think he deserves to be on top table. What do I do? I'm lucky that I never had the situation of my mum and dad split up when I was older, that I've never had this two families thing because I'm too old now. I don't like it, but that must be horrible because it is. It's like, especially typically the dads go off and then make a new family and you're not in that family. So what family are you in?
I think the comment of my 13-year-old would see their dad sat with a random woman. Like, come on,
It's
like
not-
13, you're old enough to understand.
I was married before.
I was married before. I think that's unfair to say. And to say I'd have a better time with my family.
My unit
And
my wife and kids. It is your kid.
So I think the language is wrong. The feeling and the emotion is...
But also,
Get over
that's
it.
the kid that's getting married.
Yeah.
Sorry. You shouldn't have had kids before and separated.
Oh.
I'm a bit annoyed by...
I just think the language is wrong. And
I get annoyed by
distasteful.
separations because whatever they ask you to do, you do on that wedding. When your 13-year-old gets married and doesn't sit you at the top table, that's okay. If they want you at the top, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's hope that you haven't got remarried again since then.
I think you have to be the shoulder to cry on in this situation for your
fiance,
partner.
yeah,
for your partner. Understand what they're saying, and if he doesn't want to be on it, then let him realise that his dad's been. Do you know what I mean? It's not for you to say your dad's a dick.
Yes.
Like that's what's going to cause the arguments. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just need to.
Yeah. I would say if you are having doubts about having someone on your top table, don't have that person on your top table.
But it's not her dad. It's his dad.
But he would also be having doubts from that conversation.
It's that gut feeling, isn't it?
This is what I mean. If you've got doubts from experience, trust your instincts.
Mm-hmm.
Trust what he's telling you. You know,
that was a bit of a deep episode.
Yeah, and what a
time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be joining the podcast.
What a time to listen to all my dates and my exciting life I've got at summer coming up. Stay along for the ride, guys. Enjoy the journey. Hot girl summer coming.
I feel like we're covering both sides of it. So the people that are like,
tell us more.
I'll keep the family house gardening in my spare time segment. You do the slutty doing shots, hot girl summering in bikinis.
See you at Marbella Bank Holiday, guys.
Are you in Marbella
Yeah,
Bank
I
Holiday?
am. Have you seen that TikTok? It's like if your girl's going to Marbella Bank Holiday, she ain't your girl. She belongs to the streets.
And that's now we know. Beth has now gone to the streets.
Back to the streets at
and
the right age of nearly 30, and it's rough out there, guys.
She might be back next week. We'll find out. Thanks so much
See
for
ya,
listening.
bye.
Love you. Bye.